Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we are going to go do a Cinco De Mayo wreath. And I hope that I said it right. It's not, I don't know if it's De Mayo or De Mayo. This is for all of my Mexican descent friends. I love you, love you, love you, and subscribers. So I went and studied and learned about the colors. So their colors are purple, and be careful of what colors you pick because they can be the wrong tone color. Green, red, this shade of blue, and yellow that I had left over from yesterday. Woohoo! I was so worried I wouldn't get the right colors, okay? So I went and looked it up, and those are the colors. And I have little maracas that I found on Amazon. They're so cute. They're so cute. Perfect for a wreath. I have little sombreros, and they are in all different colors. Really cute. Really, really, really cute. I'm very excited. And then I have, and I didn't even know it till somebody told me that lives in Mexico, that they use the lizard a lot. So we're going to use the lizard, and we're going to use the maracas and the sombreros, and we're going to make a pretty wreath. So we are going to use a plain canvas, and what I did is I went for an ivory, so everything would just pull out with the colors. It is a loop and poof method we're doing. I am going to put a burlap bow on it. So we'll figure all that out as we make it. But I'm very excited. We're using a 14-inch Dollar Tree frame. And we're doing the zip tie method. I was going to do like the single poof method, but then it's not, I wanted to incorporate all the colors for them. So if you are like I am, and I love everybody, everyone, it doesn't matter where you're from, I love you. I'm a very loving, giving person with a good heart. I try to figure out the colors of where people are, you know, that represents their flag and what is good for them. I don't want to mess up, so I really did go and do research on the colors. Alright, so normally what I did read is they would use like a white and then add the colors to it. But this seems to just, it's in the white family, so it's going to pull it out and we're going to add color to it. So you need a 21-inch roll of ivory or white mesh. Alright, that's from Paper Mart. And then I have all the colors. We have the yellow that was left over from yesterday's tutorial, which, by the way, is my favorite wreath, as you know, my most favorite and treasured. And then I have, this is almost like a teal blue. Alright, it's the teal. You do not want to go and get like a dark blue. That's not the color. You do not want to get emerald green. It's this lighter green. Okay, so it's more of an apple green. It is a regular purple. And I found part of a roll. Let me tell you, I'm very excited. I didn't think I had anything left. So this is exciting. It's like treasure when you think you're out of all the colors and then you start going through your supplies and you find little pieces of this and that and you're like, oh, awesome, I can use it. I can make this now, because I was very worried. And of course, I always carry the red. I always have a lot of red. I use red all year round. It's in flowers, and it's Christmas, and it's love wreath, and it's all year round. So I always stock up on red. So, and as you see, we use red. So if you have anything left over from Christmas or from Valentine's Day, as far as your red and white, you can actually use that on this. So that's the good thing about it. This is my leftover yellow. So I do have some on back order. It's still not in yet. As soon as it comes in, I have a lot of yellow stuff we'll be making. I just wanted to get my sunshine wreath in because that's my favorite design. Like I said, I've done that for 5 years. I wanted to show everyone again because this is my favorite. I can't help it. It's so beautiful. So this is what we did yesterday. And it is You Are My Sunshine Wreath, my favorite piece in the world. And I shared it with everybody on YouTube and Facebook. And you can buy the sign from P. Graham Dunn. He is on Facebook. He's on Amazon. I actually saw this on Amazon. Amazon, Facebook, and he has a Google store. So I did leave the link on YouTube in the comments. So go on the comments and you'll be able to find the link for his cross. Okay, and please watch this. This is a wonderful, wonderful wreath, and it's with all the shades of yellow, so it just brings it out. It's just my favorite of all my wreaths. This and my coffee wreath. Those are my two favorites. Okay, so I do have other requests I will be making. We will be getting in the firefighter wreath. Yes, I got my Dalmatian, and we will be doing the firefighter, which has been a request for 6 months. And my good friend on Facebook actually told me where to find the Dalmatian, and I went and looked and I found one, and I'm so grateful. On YouTube, I'm so grateful, sweetie. Miss Karen and Maggie and Miss Deborah are my 3 biggest helpers when I go looking for stuff. They always find stuff for me. I appreciate all 3 of you so much. What is the other one we're doing? Because I have so much we're going to be doing. I have to get supplies together before we start making more of the wreaths throughout the summer. So there was one more, and it had to do with the cross. Because I have more. So I do have more Veterans Days. I have a whole bunch of Veterans wreaths for Veterans Day and 4th of July that we will be doing within the next month. We still have Easter to get out to. As you know, I'm a big cross person, so it's just to my heart. So I do have a lot of my followers that are of Jewish faith, and I love you. So I know crosses aren't big for you, but you can take a cross and put the Star of David in the center. So if you wanted to make the daisy cross, you can actually make a Star of David in the center using another color of the daisies. So I did want to bring that up. There's so many ways to do stuff. So I don't want to leave anyone out. But I am going to start this wreath. We're going to start by cutting it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this down. I got, our subscribers are going up, everybody. Every day it's going up. And I'm so proud and happy and honored to have everyone on my channel. You do know that the tutorials I share, unlike the rumors that everybody's been hearing, that's been out there, again, another bullying thing. I constantly have to stick up for myself. They're for you to make, and I share where the supplies are. So there are rumors, nasty rumors, and please stop. Know your facts before you speak, all right? YouTube has a copyright that we're under automatically. And every creator has to follow their rules. And yes, I have some on my pollen centers. But I give everybody permission as I make them and show you how to make them, to make them. So let's clear that part up. So let's get to making this. So I'm going to turn this down. I love seeing you. And you'll see me at the end. My husband is not here again, so I am doing all this on my own. I will hang this up. My craft room seems to be brighter than my living room anyways. You can see the colors better. So what I'll do is you'll see me at the end of the video, and I'll hold it up sitting down here for you to see me. And then I'll go hang it up so you can see it nice and close hung up on my door in my craft room. And I think that'll be good so you can see the details that we put in each wreath, okay? So we're going to turn this down. Welcome all my new subscribers and my subscribers that have been with me from the beginning. I just want to tell you, you are greatly appreciated and you're greatly loved. And I am so thankful to have you, okay? It means the world to me. And I have grandmothers, great-grandmothers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers, fathers, moms, children, teens on my channel. And I do know who everybody is, and I'm very grateful for you. So without you, none of this is possible. And I do want to say thank you, okay? And this is why I do the giveaways. And we are almost had our 8,000 mark. As soon as we hit that 10,000 subscribers, I'm giving away a zip snip by Works. And then right after that, as we hit 1,200 subscribers, I'm giving away a skill. All right, so I want to put it out there. I'm going to be giving away all these cutters. But you have to be subscribers. At 850,000 views, and I see the views going up every day, so I know everybody's watching. And I see the comments, who everyone is watching. I see you. I sometimes don't comment back right away, but I see it, and I appreciate you. And I love you for all your kind and beautiful words. It means the world to me. You have to be a subscriber. At our 850,000 views, I'm giving away a $50 Amazon gift card. And I have subscribers in Mexico, Puerto Rico, Spain, Italy, France, England, Central America, all over. I am nationwide, and I'm worldwide. I'm everywhere. So the Amazon gift card is so that I can send it to you if you are in Spain or Italy or England, and you can use the American Amazon gift card towards your purchases, because there is Amazon everywhere. But you could use the American one and buy stuff, and it'll help you. And then for my other subscribers that are in the U.S., if you want a Pro Bow on Amazon, that is plenty to purchase a large Pro Bow, the hand, on Amazon, and it will cover your shipping, okay? Because they're $34.95 for the large Pro Bow, so it's plenty to cover. So I just wanted to say thank you again, and let's get started, okay? So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, so everybody knows that I use, well, if you're new, you don't. So we're gonna be. That's why I always try to do something to show everyone, because I get new people every day. Okay, so this is my mat, and this came from Miss Diane. I can't thank her enough. I have so much gratitude and gratefulness to you, Miss Diane. I don't know that you know how much I appreciate your love, your support. You did not have to send me a mat. It was on my, I don't want to cry. It was on my Christmas list for my husband to get. And, you know, when you buy supplies, you kind of run out because ribbon can be expensive. And she bought this out of her own money, and she sent it to me. So it's a gift from her heart. And it's the first gift I've ever received from anybody. And it is so, so appreciated. And I don't want to make you cry because you cry like I do. You're sensitive. But I do love you, Miss Diane. And thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I get the rocks from Dollar Tree, or you can get them from Dollar General. I did have a subscriber say that her rocks were not smooth and that they snag her mesh. It depends on what brand of mesh you're using, and it depends on the rock. Mine are nice and smooth. I don't have a problem. But she did give me a tip, and she said she put felt on the back of her rocks, and that's a great tip. So if you get rocks and you're having problems with it sticking to your mesh, glue some felt on the bottom of them. I use the rocks because they're heavier than paperweights when you're using the cutters, all right? And most of you all know that the cutters, they are normally, these were made for carpentry, okay? They were made to cut carpet. These are carpenter's tools. And you can even look that up on YouTube. Each one of them has their own little commercial on carpet. My husband and I went and started using every type of tool you can possibly use. I did use the wood burner. I got a lung infection and pneumonia from it because heat on mesh leaves a chemical and it can make you very, very ill. It's toxic to your lungs. So he went and we started going through all our tools. And the cool thing about it is he came in and he said, honey, you know that tool you bought me? This is 9 Christmases ago now. It looks just like a rotary cutter. Would that work? Guess what? It works. I can cut up to 15 pieces of mesh at once using this tool, and it leaves no fray. However, just like I tell everybody, everyone, does not mean you shouldn't use any of your protectant sprays, okay? And let's go over this, and I'll try to be as fast as possible because I know my tutorials are a little long. You can buy this from Dollar Tree. You can buy it from any department store. Go where either your electric, plumbing, and your mask are. They're $1 at Dollar Tree. You can get 3 for like $2.99 at Walmart, or 2 of them for $2.99. They are disposable and they're reusable. Please, please, please wear this if you're using a wood burner and when you spray your mesh. Always spray the mesh after it's applied to the wreath form before you add your decor or your ribbon. Always before, okay? Almost every crafter I know that's on YouTube and Facebook uses E6000. Hardworking mom who is a sweetheart. So if you never heard of her, just type in hardworking mom and you can look her right up on YouTube. She's a sweetheart. We have gotten to know each other over the last 2 months, and she's a sweetheart. I'm so grateful to you, Lori. You're a sweetheart, and I'm happy to have you as a friend. She does amazing work, everybody. Amazing work. She's a great, great artist. But she uses E6000. I do use this because it's not as hard on your lungs as far as smell. I have breathing problems, so it depends on what I'm making, and I always use it outside. I also use Crayon adhesive spray. This is an aerosol, okay? So it is a little bit stronger. This is a mist. Okay, so between the two, this one dries faster. This one takes longer to dry because it's a mist, all right? Please spray them both outside. If you have central heat and air, it can get through your air filtration system and it can really mess up because it's tacky and sticky. So imagine it going through your air conditioner and filtration going through the air is sucking up the adhesive. It can ruin your AC. So please spray it outside. If you have fur babies, please, I'm begging you, spray this outside and don't use your wood burner around your fur babies. They get sick just like we do. So if it harms us, it harms your animals. Alright? I'm not being mean, I'm just telling you the truth. UV Resistant Clear by Crayon. It gives it kind of like a hard shell over this, and it seals the ends. And it really, really helps as far as weather protectant, and it helps from it getting discolored from the sun. I live in Georgia. If my wreaths are outside, they get really, really sun damaged, especially even if it's only for 3 months. This helps. It helps keep the life of your wreath a little bit longer. Alright, so always spray this after you apply your adhesive, and allow your adhesive to dry before you put this on. You don't want it to dry cloudy. And make sure it says dry clear. Alright, if it doesn't say dry clear, do not get it. It'll dry cloudy. Always spray outside. Put a piece of plastic or something underneath it so it doesn't discolor anything you're using to prop it up on. Because any type of adhesive, and if it dries, it can turn like a yellowish color if it's on a plastic surface. So always keep something underneath this so you don't ruin your table or anything like that. Because over time and weather, it's going to look icky. That does not apply to your mesh. Your mesh does not turn yellow. This is fine. It's made for crafts. You'll see a little craft thing on it. This is made for our crafts. It's clear acrylic spray. Alright, so it does not turn yellow on your mesh. So that's all I wanted to do with that. Now we're going to just cut this. So always when you're opening up your new rolls, I always take either your zip snip or your skill, and you're going to just take it right over the edges. Give it a clean edge. Right? Nice, even, clean edge. Always have this nice and tight and seated. I always use paintbrush. We're going to cut, but I'm going to go over what you have to do. You have to clean each single one, whether it's your zip snip or the Skill Power Cutter. And the Skill, the reason why people can't find it, is called Skill Cordless Power Cutter. And it's there's another little phrase in it. Lithium skill, and it's chargeable. It's up to 18 hours. It's self-charging, it's self-sharpening, so it's like a razor blade. That's why it cuts so well. That's why you don't see any fray after you cut it. It's razor blade sharp. Alright? You do have to clean this. You have to put something behind the blade, and then you take the blades off. Behind it, you're going to find fibers. And after a while, the fibers are going to get behind the blade, and this is going to get a little rickety and shaky. Always clean behind it. Skill, I clean every 3 months. Zip snip, I have to clean every 6 weeks. Alright? Zip snip is cheaper. $34.95. You can buy it straight through Works. You can buy it on Amazon. You can even buy it on eBay. I saw this Skill on eBay for $25, brand new in the pack. Alright, they have it. So the Skill that is affordable, because this one is anywhere between $60 to $80 retail price, is the power screwdriver with cutter attachment. It runs about $38, and you can buy that straight through Skill. You can buy it on Amazon, you can buy it on eBay, and you can buy both of these on Walmart.com. This one, no. The one with the screwdriver and the cutter attachment you can find on Walmart.com. Works you can find at HomeDepot.com. Alright, you cannot find your Skill there. Skill is just the places I mentioned. Alright, so you want to keep this seated. Anytime I use the loop method, anytime, I always cut mine. Now you can get 30, you can get 36, it's 360 inches in a 10-inch roll of mesh. So you can get approximately 36 pieces if you cut directly at 10 inches. I always cut mine 10 and a half, 11. That way, as I'm putting the wreath together, if it comes loose, or because netting, anything that's netting, the more netting material it is, the more it breaks apart. Okay, so you do want to watch that. So here we go. So I always cut it in your 10-inch squares because I trim it after I apply it. So anything that frays from friction, I'll trim as we make our wreath. And then I spray it, and that helps a lot. So cut it at 10 and a half, 11 inches, all right? So again, I already had the yellow pre-cut from yesterday. So here we go. And you can cut up to 15 pieces of mesh at once. Do I recommend 15 pieces? No, I would recommend 10 pieces at once. Is fine if you're using 10 colors. I don't recommend storing your mesh because, again, Friction causes fray. I recommend cutting it as you need it. I don't store the mesh because I noticed if it's hitting against each other, it frays up. So I don't store mine. So we're going to use the zip snip. I'm showing you the difference between the two. So this has like one little piece, but that's normal because it's cutting. But you see, no fray. Just a little piece of loose part. I don't know what that was. So, and you can always measure it out by your table mat. And you can just go and cut. Just line it up if you have a big table. I do not. So you know this is we cut it at 11. So we're going to move it over and we're going to cut it at 21. And you can just cut away. See how pretty? Nice and pretty. So, I do know that they were low on inventory because they sold over 12,000 works, Zip Snip by Works, since I put out the tutorial last June. Alright? And then Skill has also, they are up to almost, I think it was 16,000 that they have sold. So they are going like wildfire. So if you can't find it, always look eBay, Amazon. Always look at your other places too. And small little like tool places actually have it online in their store, in their inventory to sell, to buy. Because all you have to do is put in Works Zip Snip or Zip Snip by Works, and it'll pull up all the people that sell it. They sell it. I don't want anyone getting ripped off. It's $34.95 now. You go through Amazon and you have to pay, let's say you have Prime. They raised it up like to like $38, but it's a normal price to even go up to $40. It's normal. Nice and pretty. And the Works, I mean the Skill, normally it's $38 Walmart and stuff, but I've seen it around $40 online, and that's still a good price. Come on. It's self-sharpening and it charges up in the wall. It has a light on it to let you know when it's dead. No cords getting in your way. You can't ask for anything else. This is an awesome product. Both of them. Differences, the only difference I see is how long it's charged for. That's the main thing. You know, this is 8 to 12 hours, mostly 8, and then I have to recharge it of use. This is 12 to 18, mostly 18 hours of charge, so of cutting. So it can last for months without needing to recharge it. You should try to charge it up at least, you know, once every 2 weeks though. I don't, but you should. You should do that. Don't overcharge it. You can always burn out the charging little thing on it, just like you can with a cell phone. So please don't overcharge it. Charge it till there's a little light that shows green. Just charge it for that light, that's all. It'll show green, and it goes red when it's just about dead. So as you see, how fast was that? And we're not going to use, so I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's cut one more piece so we can get started. I don't know if I'm going to use more than 6 of each color. I'm not sure yet. I always do it as we make it and create our art together. As I create my art and share it with you, that's when I decide how much I want and where I want it. Every one of them are different. Some of the loops I only use 2 and put in the center. Some of them I put loops in the center around it. Some of them I even put loops going all the way down each bar. So every one of them is always different. None of them are never the same. So this is 6. Remember, there are 5 colors. The yellow was cut from yesterday. Let me go ahead and use the scale one more time and then put it up. Now, like I said, if this is not seated right, and it's not, you don't have all your rocks on it like it should be, what's going to happen is, and you can probably get away with 3 or 4 rocks, what happens is it gets caught and jammed up in here. And then you're going to mess up your mesh. So make sure that you have it seated properly. Alright? You don't want to mess it up. Never tilt up. Always tilt straight. If you tilt up, it'll get jabbed right in there and it'll pull and snag your mesh. So that's the biggest thing that I've seen far as everyone, when they first use it, it actually gets caught up in the blade and stuff because they're tilting up. Don't tilt up. You just go straight. This will not hurt your table. There's a blade protector on there, so it's nice and smooth. Alrighty, let's get started. I'm very excited about this. I think I get excited over learning the different holidays and everybody's beliefs because I have a right, you know, I don't think that people should judge anyone and we should all treat each other equally and loving, and that is my belief and I live by that. You know, I don't answer to anyone. I answer to my faith and what I believe in, and I believe that I will be judged at the end of my time if I'm a kind and good person. So I believe to try to treat everyone the same way, alright? Okay, so I use what's called a cable tie gun. You can get this, it's ABN, it comes from Walmart. It's $13.49. You can only buy it online. Now, what my friends told me is, see this little hole right here? There normally is a numbers there where you, as you twist it to tighten the tension, you can see it. Mine never came with numbers. But everyone else that has this one, and it's the cheap version, they have numbers in there. So mine just didn't come with it. I don't know why. I have messed with it too to see if maybe it's not tightened enough to see a number, but it's just not on there. So I also use what's called fizzers. And you can get these from Lowe's, and they're $10, okay? So this is $13.49. This is $10. You can get this online or right inside Lowe's. And then I have what's called wire cutters that I also use. And these are my husband's, and these are really good. And I don't even know the brand because I bought it on Amazon. It came in a little pack. So it was really cool. It was $12 for your wire cutters, stems, tape. Let's see, came with 3 rolls of tape. Came with your floral stems, floral pins, little teeny pins that are, I've never seen them this tiny. And then, and that was all. Oh, and a thing of wire. It's on that. Because I was excited about that. And it came with floral wire. You can't beat that. That was an awesome deal. So I was very happy because everyone knows, oh, it was this floral wire, the green. Everyone knows I use floral wire on just about everything. So I know hardworking moms started using, I think it's called Oasis, to use around the rim of your wreaths to hang it up. They do have what's called naturally wood, and it's a vintage, and I don't know the name of this, but it was cheap. It's like $6. It's wire, and it's got like a wooden coating on it. And yes, you can put that around your wreath frames. But when you do this, just because it's got metal in it, always seal it with some glue, okay? And this one is really thin. I think the one she used was a little bit thicker. And it was, I think that one was more expensive. This was actually pretty cheap. Alright, really cheap actually. But it's real bendable. It's natural looking, so it's really good on burlap and different things. So you don't have to use ribbon to hang everything up. I also use the jute rope, and you can get some of this actually at Dollar Tree too. Alright, we're going over a lot today. Alright, so we're using the 21-inch ivory mesh. So normally I would cut the ends, but this is really straight on, so we don't need to cut it. It's nice and clean. So I was really happy after we opened it and I looked at the ends. I always check out the ends. If the ends are frayed and they're not even, then I cut them. And I use the power cutters to cut it. So here we go. Always take your zip tie, go around your bar, around the mesh, because I always use zip ties. I don't use pipe cleaners. Zip ties, the whole reason behind it is a lot of us, because I am a grandmother of 4. I have 4 grandbabies. My children are all grown. And you get arthritis and carpal tunnel in your hands from whatever work you trade that you did for a living. And it's very common, and I noticed for a lot of us, we stopped doing crafts because of our hands hurting. So that's why I came up with the zip tie technique. And it's been used in other stuff, but I mainly just use zip ties. So it has been used, you know, for simple things, but I do 100% zip ties on my stuff. So here we go. I know other people use zip ties, but I do everything with it. So here we go. We're going to take the zip tie gun, cable tie gun, and it cuts it right for you. So if it's up a little bit like that, go ahead and put an extra little piece around it, just so it's nice and secure. Or you can cut the little ends if you want. That's a little bit too long than what I normally have it. I usually have it a little bit shorter than that. Flip your zip ties in. You do not have to cover your wreaths if you use zip ties. This is nice and clean in the back. Alright? If you cover them, I use foam sheets, and I take a hole puncher and I hole punch where I'm attaching the foam to the back, and then I use the zip ties to go in it. And that's a really easy method. Show you real quick. Try to get through all this so at the end I'm not forgetting anything. So here we go. When covering your back, hole puncher. Look, there's your hole. How cool is that? Zip tie through the back. Push this in. I always try to push mine underneath the mesh in the front. And put your ribbon or whatever you're using to hold up underneath, and that covers your back nice and clean. That's if you want to cover the back. You can get the foam sheets on Amazon and Walmart, where you see the felt. There is a pack of sheets. Now, the best size for your foam sheets are your 10 by 14, okay? And they do sell them in big packs. And you can cover this, and then you can take a small piece of the end of one and double hold them and put a zip tie through it. And you can overlap it. And it covers it. It's nice and smooth. And the walls are protected. And believe it or not, people actually appreciate that. That helps with my wreath sales. They actually ask, do you cover the back? I don't like the backs open. So yes, I do cover the backs. And a lot of people see the zip ties and look at the back and say, oh, I like it the way it is. Don't worry about it. It's nice and clean. It is nice and clean. Especially with your ribbon wreaths. It's very clean. Here we go. 1, 2, over. Around your bar. Flat side of the zip tie always in. Okay. Tweet it through just a little bit. Grab your gun. Be careful you don't pinch your hands. I have pinched my fingers before on this. Just take your gun and tighten it down. Let me show the back of your wreath real quick. This has ribbon on it. It's nice and clean. Nobody ever asked me to cover these when they see it because it's so clean and pretty looking. They actually are appreciative of how nice and neat in the back it looks. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to go over this one more time, and then we'll go over your second and third row. And then I'm going to let all my students go ahead and put the wreath together and then catch up with me and unpause me. I have a lot of people doing their crafts with me. I share a lot of stuff on the pages, and a lot of you have stuff because you're ready for the holiday that we're talking about. Already purchased your idea of how you want to make your wreath. They're just waiting for me to do mine. So I have a lot, and I'm so appreciative of all of you. You're so very sweet to me. So here we go. Take it 1, 2, 3. So what I mean by measuring it off, and this I'm not happy with. So let me go ahead and get this. I didn't get the zip tie gun all the way down like I wanted. Alright, that happens. 1, 2, 1 section, 2 sections over. Back over to the first section where the bracket is. Take your zip tie around your bracket. Around the bracket. Around your mesh. Tweed it in. Zip tie gun. And that's because it's at an angle. There we go. See? How easy was that? Okay, so when we go to our second row, let me hurry up and get this because your row 3 and row 4, I'm going to do off camera. There we go. There we go. That's pretty. Even loops, even wreath. I always measure mine. Some people can do the 1, 2, 3. A hardworking mom's really good at that. She does 1, 2, 3, and it's 10 inches exactly. So that I will tell you, that takes some talent. I like to measure mine out because unless, she can use the whole roll in one thing. And you can do that. If you want to do all the poofs in one big one, you can do that. Here we go. 1, 2, over. It's okay if there's a zip tie already around it. Zip ties are easy. Easy, 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 and easy to go around it. So this is our last one. Just taking it around the bar. And I do want to, kind of want to start your next level over here. So we're going to take this. There we go. There it is. 1, 2. See how easy it is? It's awesome. Alright, here we go again. This is your second row. Always on the second row, you use your bracket, but in the catty corner. Alright, so 1, 2. I always measure along the bars on each poof. It makes it nice and even for row 3 and 4. They're different layers. Different sizes. Alright, so this is the part that I always get questions on because I tend to skip this. So I want to make sure. You see how I did row 1? Well, your first row and your fourth row is done the way I just showed you how to do this whole entire row. Row 2, I'll remeasure that. you're taking it around your crossbar. And what I mean by that is you don't have to go over. You're not going over that. You're going diagonal around the crossbar. And it doesn't move. So we don't have to go over this right here. We can just use it right here. And that kind of helps handling. These are the two easiest rows. Is 2 and 3. Because you're just putting it catty corner and going around the mesh. So you just take it and you measure it just like you would the first row. And move the 10 inches over. So we're going to take it and we're going to go like I had it. 1, 2, over, doing the catty corner. Didn't mean to pull it all the way. This is the easiest part. Now 1, 2, over, catty corner. 1, 2, take your mesh, over, pull it through, and that's it. So go ahead, fill up row 1, row 2. When you get to row 4, unpause me for all my students. I'm going to come back on the air taping. And I'm going to leave a couple, like 2 of row 4 to do with you. You don't want to forward me if this is your first one because you miss a lot, okay? A lot of you do forward and then you miss little pieces that I try to share because every time we make something, I do it a little bit different except for the bubble part, so the poof part. So you're just going to take it over 2, just like we did. 1, 2, bring it over 1, catty corner it around. Just doing it one more time. Trying to make sure everybody gets it. Corner this around, take it, tweet it through. Zip tie gun, or if you have your scissors is the easiest way for zip ties. So let's see, I just saw a little piece that was too long. Where'd you go? Here it is. See that? Look how easy this is. Some people don't like the cable tie gun. That's why we have fizzers. Now, I don't recommend fizzers for cutting ribbon. I recommend fizzers for cutting zip ties. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off camera. This is a beautiful color too. Ivory is a nice, clean, classy color. And then we're going to add the bright colors to it. And going with a white or an ivory base is going to highlight all the colors for their holiday. So I didn't want to do something orange and then put everything on it because it's going to take away. Because remember, my little lizard's going in the center, and if it's orange, it's going to take away from the lizard, and I didn't want to do that. So, everybody has different ideas of how to do it, so please, by all means, make it yours and decorate it with your personality. You don't have to go exactly the way I do it. I encourage everybody to use their artistic side, because if there are 4,000 of the same wreaths going around, and we're almost at 8,000 subscribers, guess what? None of us are going to sell anything. I have 20 other locals here that are making my wreaths and selling them. And it's craziness because I'm competing against myself when I came up with it. It's just crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But that's why I say, please make it yours. So people that fall in love with your technique. What if I'm not here anymore and they ask for something and I can't make you your style wreath like I do for everybody, and you can't think of something? Then what? So you definitely want to put yourself in this, decorate it with your personality, what you may like, somebody may absolutely love. What I may like, somebody may hate it. So always use your personality when decorating your wreath, okay? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish the loops, the poofs, off air. Poofs are off air, and then we're going to go ahead and put the loops together and decorate it. What did I want to say? There was something else I wanted to say. I think that's it. Oh, my Etsy store is on here, and it's also linked underneath the videos, okay? So I will see you guys in a few seconds. A little bit shorter than I'm used to, because I usually can, like yesterday, we put it through and made little poofs inside it. So either you can just line your inside, if you don't want to cut it, you can just line it going around, but we're using the loops. I am just gonna cut mine off. Cool as that. Awesome. Nice clean cut. Made it a little bit longer than what I wanted to, but that's fine. It's fine. I'll just take choices. With this, you can pull it out, you can do the tucking and tuck it in, or you can just fluff it. Because it's ivory, and we are adding more, so it will be nice and covered. You won't see any of this as we add our stuff on. But I do want the center to be full. Just take it, pull it out. I'm going to leave these three. Don't want to tuck them when we're adding stuff too, so don't worry about the color or seeing through it or anything like that. Because as we add, it covers it up. So I'm going to just fluff it out. I want this all in the center like that, so I'm pulling it towards the center, the last poof. This we're just going to fluff. Solidate. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Nice and colored. Pretty. Alright. Let's put loops. Remember yesterday we used the Bodabra, and you can get that from Craft Outlet, Walmart. So let's do of each color and start stacking them on here. This makes it a little bit easier. bow. Choices, choices, choices. Alright, so you have seen this is nice and full. You don't have to put anything in between it. I think we're going to color this up, and I'm actually going to probably cut more pieces. So I have an idea for this. Let's see how this... I think we're just going to do a regular loop. So you can go in between. You can stick it through like I showed you yesterday. Just pull your zip tie through. You can hold it up. You can put all your loops in the bow dabber to hold it. Now it's only going to hold like 10 at a time because they are thicker pieces. If you wanted to cut these in 6 inches and roll them, you can. But remember that if it frays, you're not going to have that room to cut the fray off. So I always cut mine like this. Everybody's different. You know what this reminds me of? Reminds me of the rainbow wreaths. Sure does. Almost the same colors. What I mean by trimming, so if you see any loose pieces, just go ahead and trim them off. Remember, this is supposed to be a fiesta, a celebration type wreath, so we're celebrating. One of my babies. I think she lives in the living room. Scarlet in here. I see you three. Where's the other baby? Yeah, she's in the living room. I'm going to put these on, and then I'm going to let everyone go ahead and fill up their loops. I'm going to go check on my other baby. She's not in here. I hope she didn't. I didn't leave her outside. Don't worry about zip ties showing. What do I say about that? And we still have to decorate too. So I always fluff mine in the center and out. And we decorate with that too. So, and after you spray this with your adhesive, all this is going to stick together. I'm going to do one more roll of the colored loops. And then I'm going to go off camera so all my students can catch up to me. I do want to spray this too before we do anything else, so I'm going to spray it down. I probably won't, but I want to. I'm just going to go check on my baby real quick. Baby is, I have 4 Dachshunds, my fur babies. So many of you guys, everybody knows this. They're always in my craft room with me, unless the hubby's home. And today he got called in, so he is not home. He went to my doctor's with me and then got called into work, so he's not going to be here. This does remind me of my rainbow wreath. Oh, almost the same colors. We're just missing orange. Yep. Purple, blue, red, green, and orange, I believe. So like I said before, you can do this with a white or you can do it with, so I have seen orange too, but these are the colors that I found. So you can do this in orange and do it like a fiesta wreath. But I wanted to do something that went according to their, the colors of all my beautiful Latinos, Mexican descent. I love you guys so much. So I wanted to do something a little bit according to their flags and stuff. So I'm going to finish these 3 right here. Remember, we went over. I always want to double so everybody knows. In between 1 and 2, take your zip tie, pull it around, right over the other zip tie. You can tweet them all through and leave them right there, which will make it easier if you have arthritis. Take your loops. You do probably maybe 3 at a time because there's 5 different colors. And then take them off and apply them in between each opening, and that will make it a lot easier on your hands. Yeah. So 4 colors. Sorry about that. I don't want to get everyone confused. Red. Nope. 5 colors. 5 colors. Remember, I have the yellow pre-cut, so let's go ahead and do one more. Always trim as you go. Leaves less of a mess for you. See, there's a little piece right there. Trim as you go. I caught it before it even went on there. Trim your little fibers. This purple is more of a violet from the violet family, which means passion. Remember, I went over what color purple means? Means passionate. Passion. I'm going to do these and then we'll be right back. Now, we are going to add our decor to it. Our lizard. And I'm going to put him right in the center. I'm going to do away with, how about that? Look at this. Comes with little hanging things on it, which is perfect because I'm going to cut this one off. I like this one. Take some wire. There's 3 on here, so he's gonna hang fine. 1, and there's one where his arm is, and then one where his leg is, which is perfect. This came from Walmart. Walmart, $4.88. Cannot beat the prices. I always try to get the best I can for everybody at the cheapest possible. And 2, and there's one right there. Perfect, 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 perfect. So I wanted to put him up, but we're going to hang it, so you don't want it to drop down either. So that may be okay. Yeah, we should be fine. So I'm going to stick all 3 wires. There's 3 hooks through the center. This mesh covers the center nice and pretty. We don't have to worry about it. One right here. Put around a bar. And start fastening this down, and then I'll flip it over and see if this is where I want it before I do too much. You don't want to make it tie it in a knot on here until we know this is where you want to place your center. And this. I want to move them over. I think I'm going to move them over a little bit. Even though that's kind of cool looking like that, I want to move them over. I'm going to take this off. And try it. Take that piece off too. Now, try not to tie this too tight. The lizard is kind of flimsy. So if you want to move it around, you do not want to tie this too tight until you get him in the place you want him. Otherwise he can break in half. It's a very thin tin lizard, okay? Now I know where I want it. Okay. And you can place them anywhere you want it. I just like mine a little bit centered. Back is nice and clean, so we don't have to worry about covering it unless you have a request for it. Remember that foam can cost a lot of money. It adds up. Hardworking Mom has where she uses the Dollar Tree mats. I've used them before too. You just want to try to get the, I guess you could use red. I wouldn't because it's ivory and you can see, you're going to see the red through the ivory. So I would try to do it white. White would be the best color. Remember, take a little bit of glue on this after you're done. Make sure this is where you want it first. Make sure it's tight. Not too tight where you're going to ruin him though. Because if you do it too tight, you can bend him and ruin him. We don't want to ruin the lizard. He's so cute. He is cute. So, I'm going to use the Dollar Tree burlap, and I took one roll apart. This is really cute because these come on little strings, and then once you get it placed where you want it on the wreath, you can take a little bit of hot glue and put it on the ribbon, on the burlap, and it'll seal it on. But until you do that, watch. It just moves right on, which is really, really cool. Alright. So what I do want to do is make sure that each one of them goes in the right area that I want it. So what I mean by that, I'm going to start one off, and I want it right there, right here. So I'm going to take, this is when you need to trim. This is not fray, these are loose little pieces, little straggles. I did not spray mine yet. Now, I do use the spritz because if the ribbon's already on it. Okay. I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the end right here. Zip tie this. I want to be able to use that, so I'm going to just zip tie this and then move that over. It's right here. And we're not done with it. There's 12 of them that came in a little pack that I got on Amazon. They're really cute. cute. There we go. You can also, once you start that end, this end right here, remember what I taught you about tweeting? Which is easy to do. Take your, it goes through any burlap ribbon. You're going to take your zip tie, stick it through the burlap to the other side. Okay, and take this little hat, move it over the zip tie. Take this, run it on third, second one, around your zip tie in the back. It's really cute. Isn't that cute? Cute! Very cute. So measure it where you want it. Zip tie through the burlap. Flat side always in. The other side of the burlap with my little hat. One, two, and look. This is the tighter one. This is where I'm a little tight. This is so cute. I'm all about art. This is creative and cute. I'm so happy. Until we add the rest. I hope that my friend that requested it likes this. I hope you like it. You're seeing me on YouTube. I did it just for you. And I did it for my besties. She should be watching too. Now I have, I think there's 6 or 7 Margarets on there. I have 2 that are Maggies. One of them is the Maggie that always talks to us. She's a sweetie. And then I have my best friend. She just watches. She doesn't, you don't really see her say anything. I wish she lived near me still. And to see my beautiful little baby she had. Missing out. And just measure it to make sure that it's going to go right there in the center. Zip tie. your burlap to make it easier. You saw the first one I didn't do this because you had to tie it in. But after the first, it's easy. And then you just push it through. You can go over. See how the little strings on one side and then the other. So it ties right in, and then it won't fall out of place because you put a little dab of glue after you're done applying all your decor and stuff. And it'll be fine. You can take a larger sombrero and put in the center even if you wanted. For all my people in Mexico, it's a lot cheaper for them. Here, sombreros are expensive. They really are. Very expensive. They're not cheap. The little party favors are like $8, $7, $8 on Amazon. And they're party favors for birthday parties and stuff, so I do want to trim this in. So as you keep flipping it up and down, you're going to get these little loose ends, and you do want to trim them before they get any worse. So I need to go spray this. This made it worse by trying to cut it. Just little bitty pieces. Of course, you know I'm picky, so and this is why we cut it in 10 1/2, 11 inches, so you can trim the edges. Alright, here we go. Through your burlap. To the other side. Flat side in. I use my hands to do this one. Take this. I'm going to go around the little hat. One end. I'm going to go ahead and secure this in too. That was a little hard. Thank God I had that gun. Zip tie gun. Cable tie gun is the proper way to say it. Look at this. Alright. So here we go. And we're not even done with that yet, or the ribbon, so that's just the beginning. Two more rolls of ribbon, and we're going to save that's 6. I'm going to put 2 of the same colors in here. Oh, I have one more. I'll have to find it. Probably got it on the floor. There you are. Alright. So now we have our sombreros. So I do want to put them right here. And I want to make sure they don't come off. So we're going to have to glue them as well. Through the burlap ribbon. And you're going to glue it too, so it'll be fine. To the other side. That's true. Well, it's fine. What I am going to do is take a piece of jute and wrap around both of them, just a row. And then glue it on. The jute and the wood, it's going to glue it together. Just like I did with the arms to the snowman and the Halloween witch broom. That's all I did was just take jute with the wood and just glue it, and it holds it together. So just be careful you don't ruin your mesh with this, okay? Carefully do it before you put it on this. Be careful you don't burn yourself. And just take the little ones. glue's still hot, so I'm trying to be careful. There we go. So cute. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this, because I'm going to place the bow somewhere else, I think. So there we go. So now you want to figure out where you want your bow. I am going to be placing these. I have 4 more. I have 2 right here, and I think I'm going to place one here, you know, just different areas of it. And I'll do it off camera, and then I'll take a close-up of it completely done so you can see it. But I wanted to put a bow on this as well, so I think let me make this up. Alright, just have an idea for the bow and you're going to love it. I'm going to move this up. You're going to finish with these off camera, and then you're going to see, and you're just going to do the same thing I did. But you can put the jute on and tie it together, but leave a little string so you can put the zip tie through and put it through, or put a piece of wire to tie it through the burlap ribbon. Alright. Excuse me, darling, sorry. We're not going to make a real big bow, but enough to give it a little bit of something. So I'm going to take 4 off. We have 2 rolls of the burlap with lace that you can get from Dollar Tree. Ties up. We have a lot of work we're doing, so sorry. Lots of work. You want your wire. This is deluxe model Regina Sellers Pro Bow. You can buy it on Amazon.com, ProBowTheHand.com, Craft Outlet. Miss Regina, you can go right through her and go through ProBowTheHand.com. The large hand has the same recipe. It's recipe C, and it's 3 fingers on each side. And you can use it on the large hand. And if you're interested in buying it, you can buy it right from Miss Regina, $34.95, right on her page. So it's really easy to find. Regina Sellers, ProBowTheHand.com. So scrunch. Remember, this is burlap, so he's going to be a little bit tighter. Be careful when using burlap. There is no smell to this. However, I'm going to cut. Please be careful about the fibers. I don't want anyone sick. It can hurt your lungs. There is a lawsuit out there. And there is health warnings about it as well. Okay? I'm not going to use an extra finger because it's only 3 on each side. So, scrunch, twist, over, scrunch, twist, over, scrunch, twist, over. Burlap is a little bit thicker to work with. This is like it's just a rustic look. It's pretty. Nothing that we're going to add to it to give it some color. Just a minute. So, and that's it. I kind of don't want to add, because it's 2 rolls, so there's going to be 2 legs, so I'm not going to add any today. I'm going to show you what I'm doing today. This is your 2 ribbon recipe. If you just got your Pro Bow, a lot of you just got it or got it at Christmas time for your Christmas presents. It was on your wish list, and I gave 2 Pro Bows away at the giveaways. If you're still learning, you can go right through Miss Regina Sellers on YouTube and watch her tutorials. She has tutorials on her bows. So she explains it very well. That's how I learned. I watched her. She's a great teacher. This is a fluff box. You can buy one right through Regina's. Mine is thicker. My husband actually made mine. But you can buy one right through her. And it's probably cheaper unless you have some wood laying around. Because it's only $18 for her, I think, for her fluff box. It's not much. I believe she has a tutorial on the dimensions that she uses too. I'm not sure. Well, she tells you. I could have sworn I saw that. I don't remember. It's been a long time. It's nothing fancy, but it's cute. Can't go wrong with lace. It's cute. Cute. So my Cinco De Mayo is going to be adorable. Alright. How my Morocco is right here. The whole reason why I wanted to move him up is because I want to add the bow. Which is fine because I have an idea. I'm going to go through poof 2, each side of the wire with the ribbon. To the back. Make sure you get around the bar to tie it, okay? That's all I'm doing. That's it. Remember what I said after you're done doing all your little wires, put a little dab of glue over it so nobody hurts their hands. So with this, little sombreros. Glue them. I'm going to shorten these up. So I have more than this. And glue them here and here. Or you can take a piece of wire and tweet it through. Let me go answer that phone. I think that's my husband. Here's the other ones. Thought I had more. So, we put one right here, one right here, and then we're going to put here, here. I'm just putting it on the ribbon. One right there. So all you're going to do, actually you can glue this on, that way it stays on. You don't have to tweak it in. So I'm going to go answer that. I do work out of my home. So I'm going to move this over. I'll put one here and here. We're going to cut the ribbons down. I'm going to glue these on, and then I'm going to put the merengues. Maracas, sorry. I'm going to put more maracas on. So, we have 4 maracas. And put the jute on it. And then I'm going to put them on here. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to put the jute on this, put it on just like I did with this. Gotta glue it to stay. We're going to take our little hats. Do one in front of you. I'm going to dip this in the glue pot. Plenty of glue on it. And we're going to put it right there. So I have a little glue pot that I dipped it in. Kind of helps so you don't get burned by the glue gun. It helps a lot. So again, figure out where you want those. Do one more. So you do have to take the glue gun and go through this as well, even though because they're strings, they can break off. We don't want them to break off. So dip. And where do I want it? Right there. Another one. A little bit of glue. So, I'm going to go hang this up. I want to show you how cute this is. Really, really, really cute. So I know you can't see the whole thing, but I'm going to go ahead and hang it up so everybody can see it, but I wanted you to see. It's so cute. Alright, I'll see you in a second. See how pretty it is? It's so cute. So I am going to do a firefighter wreath, but that'll be tomorrow. Everyone have a blessed day, a blessed night. Like, share, subscribe. I hope I made everyone proud with this wreath. I hope you like it. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye.